Morning, everybody, and welcome to the Monday Movie Memo at Cinema Blend, where we like to talk about things that have happened over the weekend and maybe get you looking forward to the week ahead. And truthfully, we're going to be focused on all things Oscar, as the Academy Awards are coming on Sunday, March 2nd. We've been doing a lot of build-up to the Academy Awards. We ran an in-depth analysis of almost all of the major categories on the site, and I'll link to them down below. Starting last week and continuing this week, we've also been doing our annual For Your Consideration columns, where a different writer on the site will pick a movie that's been nominated for Best Picture that they feel somewhat passionate about, whether they think that the film should win Best Picture or why they want to point out some of the reasons why they don't think it has a chance this year. I tried to defend Philomena and try and figure out why it might stand the test of time as a film that deserved a Best Picture nomination. Eric went after Captain Phillips, and Gabe defended Her. And so this week we still have a few other big titles to get to, including The Wolf of Wall Street and Nebraska. And we're going to dive into Gravity, 12 Years a Slave. So there's a lot of big things coming this week. But I wanted to help you out as you're filling out your Oscar ballots, and maybe you're involved in a pool in your office or with a group of friends where you have to figure out, you know, who's going to win what categories. Some people even actually give out like blank nomination forms, and they say, try and fill out, the best of your nominees. But we're at the point now where we have to start picking winners. And of course, you want to show up at an Oscar party with all your friends and totally dominate. So we're going to give you some upsets and potential categories that might not shake out the way that everybody's talking, because the buzz has been changing. With the pool this year, with the number of films nominated and with the different actors and actresses up for the different categories, there are a lot of neck-and-neck races. 2 frontrunners, 3 frontrunners in certain categories. But if you read the tea leaves, it does seem like the winners are maybe not crystal clear, but clear enough that I think that we can go on record and predict a few of these upsets that if you pick them, it might power you through to a big win. I don't know, maybe win you a little bit of cash in an Oscar pool, something like that. So let's try and go through. These are the 5 Oscar favorites who are probably going to lose on Sunday, and I want to make sure that you have the winners. And we're going to start in the Best Supporting Actress category. The conversation is shifting lately to say that Jennifer Lawrence, who is clearly an industry darling and a previous winner. She just won for Silver Linings Playbook. She won for Best Actress. There is conversation that she might be the new frontrunner for her performance in American Hustle in the Best Supporting Actress category. She's going to lose. And we love Jennifer Lawrence, and I think that we're going to be mentioning her name in the Oscar race for years to come. But this is the year of Lupita Nyong'o. If you saw 12 Years a Slave, and if you haven't, go see it now, please. Her performance is just searing. She's picked up a few major categories, a few major wins along the way, and the idea that she is a relative newcomer who bursts on the scene and captivates this movie in the few scenes that she gets. She is the story that I believe Oscar wants to tell on the eve of the Academy Awards. And again, Jennifer Lawrence, she won recently. She's going to continue to be nominated in great performances. She has a franchise that she's carrying in the Hunger Games. This is the year that Lupita Nyong'o will walk away with the Oscar trophy for her fantastic performance in 12 Years a Slave. So even though you're hearing some chatter that maybe Jennifer Lawrence is leading into the frontrunner category, I still think you need to check Lupita Nyong'o on your ballot, and hopefully that'll power you to a win in the Oscar race. You know what else is going to help you? Bet against Meryl Streep in the Best Actress category. Now, that probably sounds crazy, because anytime you see Meryl Streep on a ballot for anything with regards to acting, you could probably check her off and feel pretty safe about your predictions. But this year, it's not her year. Which is kind of crazy, because she won recently for The Iron Lady. She won an Oscar. Yet gives a far better performance in August Osage County, which is a film that just isn't getting the Oscar buzz that it deserves. And it's really good, and I think that people are going to find it on DVD, and they're going to see the performances by Streep and Julia Roberts and Margot Martindale and pretty much the entire ensemble. Everybody gets a chance to shine in this, but Meryl Streep and Julia Roberts both got the Oscar nominations for it. Neither of them is going to win in their respective categories, even though that they probably are deserved. I think everybody who gets the nomination this year is pretty deserved. Bet against Meryl Streep, because Cate Blanchett is going to take the Best Actress category. So I know you're filling out your ballot. Maybe you didn't see August Osage County, maybe you didn't see Blue Jasmine, but you think, oh, Meryl Streep, of course she's going to win. I'll just circle her. Not this year. This year it's going to Cate Blanchett. So, Meryl Streep, I'm sorry. You're going home a loser this year. Scan down to the original song category. Now, this year we're going to have all the artists who are nominated for original song performing at the ceremony. Not only is that going to extend the length of the ceremony, but it means you're going to get essentially shortened concerts by some major artists, one of them being U2. U2 is nominated for the song that they did for the Mandela movie, an original song that they wrote called Ordinary Love. You're looking at your ballot, you see original song, you think U2 is nominated, no-brainer, right? I mean, the Academy loves to give out Oscars to high-profile celebrity acts. U2 has agreed to show up, so you assume, hey, Bono and The Edge are in the audience. They're going to get up there and accept their Oscar. It's going to be a mind-blowing event that will get social media chattering during it, after. You'll be able to show clips of U2 accepting their Academy Award, except they're not getting it. Let It Go from Frozen is also nominated in that category, and that is doing gangbusters, to exaggerate just slightly. It is dominating the box office charts. It is dominating the Billboard charts. I read something this morning that Frozen is approaching the number that would make it the highest grossing film soundtrack in at least 20 years, and if not of all time. So, you know, Frozen's just a monster right now, and Let It Go is going to ride the momentum, the wave of momentum that the film has. It's probably going to get Best Animated Film also, but it's going to top U2 and take the Best Original Song Oscar, so be sure you circle Let It Go on your Oscar ballot. This one hurts. This one pains me a little bit to talk about, but we have to go to cinematography. If you've tracked the Oscar races over the years, you've seen the name Roger Deakins in the cinematography category often. He is the always a bridesmaid, never a bride of this category, and I'm afraid that even though he delivers some incredible work in Prisoners, he's not going to win again. I want Roger Deakins to win an Oscar so bad. You talk to so many people who say that they want Roger Deakins to win an Oscar for his amazing cinematography. But Emmanuel Lubezki for Gravity just deserves it, and I think he's going to get it. So again, Deakins, he's the definition of an Oscar favorite. He gets nominated time and time again. He's probably going to lose. I can't see him getting it this year. Gravity was such a spectacular visual film. There might be some conversation amongst the people who vote for the cinematography Oscar that, you know, digital and CGI versus a lot of things that Deakins does very organically. I guess there's a possibility that he could still emerge, but I think it's going to be one of those Susan Lucci type things where, you know, the story is that she can't win, or she just keeps losing, so that the one time that he finally wins, and hopefully he wins for like a Coen Brothers film, like that would just be, he's done such great work for them over the years, but I don't think it's happening this year. I think he's going to be my fourth Oscar favorite, perennial Oscar favorite, who is probably going to lose on Sunday. Let's wrap it up with the Best Picture. And the hard thing about Best Picture is there isn't really a clear frontrunner this year. I mean, I think it's 12 Years a Slave because it's picked up a number of major wins over the course of this marathon. But there are three other films besides 12 Years a Slave that I think you could easily say have a shot at taking Best Picture. And it's Gravity, I think it's American Hustle, I think it's Wolf of Wall Street. I think those are the four movies. 12 Years, American Hustle, Gravity, and Wolf of Wall Street are your four frontrunners. I don't think that movies like Her and Captain Phillips and Nebraska, I mean, they have the nominations, Philomena, I just don't think that they have a chance to get in. I don't think that they're going to win. So it comes down to those four. So when I say that an Oscar favorite is probably going to lose, I'm going to say that it's Gravity's the one that's probably going to lose because I think 12 Years a Slave wins. And if only because it's picked up every major Best Picture equivalent leading up to the Oscars. And even though there might be a split where Alfonso Cuarón wins Best Director, and he'd be my pick for Best Director, I think you're going to see a different picture. I think you're going to see 12 Years a Slave take it. So I can't help you too much with Best Picture, because if the American Hustle group is up there accepting at the end of the night, if the Gravity crew is up there accepting, I'm not shocked. I wouldn't be shocked, but I do think that for your safest bet, put down 12 Years a Slave, and the other Oscar favorites of 12 Years put down 12 Years a Slave, and the other Oscar favorites of Gravity, of American Hustle, and the rest of the Best Picture nominations, The Wolf of Wall Street. I think that they're going to be on the outside looking in. So, those are my 5 Oscar favorites that I think are probably going to go home empty-handed. It's a very balanced year this year. If you need more analysis on the ongoing Oscar races and all the different categories, scan the site. I'll link to most of our conversations down below, our for your consideration columns, our in-depth Oscar analyses. If you have any questions about other categories that I didn't cover here on the memo, put them in the comment section below, and I'll try to get to each of them, because we want to make sure that you are as prepared going into the ceremony on Sunday, March 2nd as you possibly can be. Ellen DeGeneres hosts this year's show. It's going to be on ABC, and let us know which Oscar races you think might be upsets, which ones are going to tip away from the frontrunners that are currently leading right now. Do you disagree with any of the picks I made? Let me know below. Thank you so much for reading all of our content here at Cinema Blend. Thank you for watching the Monday Movie Memo, and we'll talk to you during the week.